Yo, welcome to episode 24 of my premium podcast experience and friends, hosted by Splash Jordan. I love and appreciate all the feedback I get about my podcast. It all means something to me. If you want to be a part of this podcast, now is your chance. For the entire month of December, I'm posting 30 episodes in 30 days, 30 people, 30 stories, aka 30 for 30. If you would like to be one of my guests, you can email me at andfriendspodcast@splashjordan.com. You can find and contact me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat at Splash Jordan. If you like my podcast, please rate, review, subscribe, comment, and share on iTunes and Google Play. Also visit my website and show some love there too at splashjordan.com. My guest this week is no stranger to the show. King B-U-D returns to get some things off his chest, and this time he brings with him star point guard Tony Robinson and Queen of Rap, aka Ratchet. No more stalling. And Friends, episode 24. Let's get to it. So, you said you had some big news for me. So you had some things you wanted to get off your chest.
Yeah, I do. I got a lot of stuff going on. My album is dropping the end of this year. I'm glad that it's about to drop. I'm doing that. And I just worked on a big record with Ratchet right here. Okay. We got a real nice song that I feel like people are going to really like and really going to enjoy.
I was just about to ask if you two had some music.
Oh, yo. Nice. Music ain't even a word, but... Not only that, trying to work on some shows, get some things together. My main focus now is actually doing the unexpected with the music. Because I feel like being an indie artist, you got to prove yourself every time you drop a song. Not just, I just feel like every time you have to prove yourself.
I would say so. Even being a legitimate artist, you still got to prove yourself. You could see how some people who used to be on top, maybe they aren't anymore because... they put out some music and people aren't feeling that. Like, you shouldn't have. Not saying you, but, when you get comfortable and complacent, then that's when you start going downhill instead of progressing. So
I feel like every track I do progress, though. I feel like it ain't no such thing. Like, I came into music to do what I got to do. It's like a job. You either going to get the job done or you're not going to get the job done. You're going to get fired from it. I feel like a lot of artists that don't get the job done, they no longer exist. And I just feel like what I do with my music is just, I don't know. I don't think it's nobody doing what I do. It's everybody has their own lane, but I feel like I define that really, the originality of the creativity and all that I do within my music.
So basically you're saying you don't know nobody who can cover for you.
And I'm not saying, look, I'm going to just be blunt about it. I respect all artists, because I work with Ratchet. And one thing I will say, real artists salute one another and work together. That's the whole thing. You're supposed to be able to define your talent, and they supposed to define their talent, and y'all supposed to make a masterpiece. I just feel like with everything I do pertaining to what B-U-D doing, better understand this, is just pretty much, it's just out of this world. I feel like every time I come swinging. I don't know no other way.
Okay.
I represent my last name,
Okay. Now, and how did you two link up?
We actually went to school together.
Okay, cool. And so, how long have you been making music?
I actually started off singing. That's kind of my secret weapon that I like to tap into every once in a while. I actually started off singing at like 5 years old. I was always in church. I did like talent shows. I've never been shy. I started off in middle school, dance competitions, shows, like all kind of stuff like that. So, I'm a performer, but it's just that I choose to boost my music more. But I love everything, dancing, singing, all that stuff.
You have any mixtapes out currently?
Right now I do. It's called A League of My Own. Right. That's really what's circulating in the streets. I'm still pushing that project. It has some cuts on it. One of the main hits off of there that I did a video for is the West Side track. It's a kind of rep your hood, take you back to the 2000s, yin yang, Pastor Troy days when you can get crunk in the club without nobody getting shot or fighting or none of that.
Right.
It's kind of one of those type of songs, but they love it in the streets. The single that I'm working on is kind of different from that because I've worn the name Ratchet since I was 13. I've had that name since I was 13 years old, and I think people kind of expect thug from me.
Okay.
If you're not in this business to grow, you're not going to last long.
Right.
So me being in this business so long and learning from different people that I work with, such as B-U-D and other people that are over us, producers, engineers, A&Rs, stuff like that, they teach you a lot if you're willing to soak up the information. I just learned, sometimes the thug stuff from the females, it's not always what they want to hear. So, I kind of softened it up with the single a little bit. It's still hip-hop, but, like I said, I got my secret weapon on there a little bit. So,
You trying to, position yourself to be less aggressive.
Less aggressive, yes, because what I don't want to do as a female, it's kind of harder for females than it is for males.
Of course.
But what I don't want to do as a female is come out. I've seen a lot of female rappers flop. Because you want to come out with that thug stuff, then you want to switch it up and be sexy. And by this time, you've lost a lot of your fan base because they don't want to hear that. They want to hear the sexy way before that, before you start switching it up. So, I mean, it's all about balance. I know who I am. They know who I am. They know I can spit that thug stuff. But just to get where I want to be,
right?
Sometimes change is good.
Now, what would you say? Now, you say you're from Baltimore originally, right?
Yeah.
Okay. But you spent most of your time.
Most of my life here. Mm-hmm.
Okay. How would you describe the support that your music receives?
I get a lot of support from my family. I have a lot of friends that support the music too. I have a lot of support everywhere, but I feel like the most of your support comes from your consistency.
Okay.
You know what I mean? If you're not consistent and people start supporting you and then they see, oh no, she ain't doing, you know what I'm saying? Oh, you don't rap no more? You will lose a lot of that support because they think you're playing. Music is my life. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, my grandmother, every time I do a new song, my grandmother hears it. And she's like, oh, Nene, I love that. Sorry, that's what my people call me. They like, Nene, I love that song. I let my sisters hear it. My family, basically, they're the first people that I run it by whenever I make a new song. Because I feel like if my bloodline not feeling it, then there's no need for me to even try to take it to the people if the inner circle is not down for it. That's just how I feel.
Right. No, I'm with you. I mean, it be like that sometimes. So
because some of your people won't tell you when your music garbage, so you got to go with the ones that you trust that's gonna be real with you.
No, yeah, you're right about that. You are right about that. I mean, you just got to have people you trust around you.
Oh, yeah.
To voice their honest opinion. Honesty is very important.
Oh yeah,
definitely.
Who better than Granny?
I mean, I mean, if Granny knows her hip hop, then who better?
Granny know her hip now. Granny still kicking and fly now. Granny knows a little bit of something now.
Okay, so then who better? Definitely, who better? B-U-D, you were telling us like I wouldn't say you were telling us, but you made it seem as though maybe somebody had wronged you or somebody.
You say somebody wrong?
I don't know. I mean, you said you had something you wanted to get off your chest. I mean, so that's what I took it. That's what I took it to mean. That's what I took it to mean.
I do have a lot to get off my chest. I feel like I put in a lot of work. I'm dedicated. I'm well respected with my craft. I respect other individuals. I just feel like when you have an artist like me, respect my craft, respect what I'm doing, show love and salute a real artist out here. I mean, at the end of the day, I know the protocols that you have to follow with being a real artist and a true artist. You can ask anybody I work with. I always show respect. I show love. I'm into helping people. I don't feel like I'm better than nobody. Never have I wronged any individual in this thing. I just know when it comes time to doing things as far as doing, the music, you go through all type of situations and behind the scenes stuff, politics, people that don't want to see you do this. People don't want to see you make it here and there. And I just feel like at the end of the day, give me my fair shot, radio. I feel like at the end of the day, I got the records. I make plenty of records. And matter of fact, I make clean music. And I just feel like I need my shot. I need my fair chance. Like, I don't need I don't want to, you know what I'm saying? Just because you feel like I'm going to take shine from somebody in your camp or something. Not saying that that's really going on, but it's a lot of politics within not only this city, but period. It's politics that ways you move when you could do this and do that. So I just feel like with what I'm doing, I feel like what I'm doing is creative and it's something different. And I'm not trying to be nobody but B-U-D. So that's what I feel like, I just put my all into everything I do, and I put all my money behind myself. I don't have nobody sponsoring me. I put my last dime in music videos. I do shows. I get paid shows at that. So, I just feel like I elevated. This year has been one of the most craziest years. Not, like crazy is it bad, but is being good. Like all the shows I done from CIAA, from the African American Festival to the Breaking Convention, the Sprite, opening up for Sprite, that was a major moment for me. Shout out the Blues too. He pretty much help me out and show love and put me on events that he do. And it's just a lot of stuff that I do have going on. But I just feel like it comes to a point where I'm speaking as myself that I need my fair chance, and I need the radio to like play my record, like real talk. I'm trying to make it to the next level. I ain't trying to take from nobody. I'm just trying to shine. I'm just trying to make what I know I deserve with this music, because I put a lot in, and I just feel like at the end of the day, either you going to speak up or not speak at all, and I'm going to speak about what I feel. Okay. And that's what I feel.
So you feel as though maybe certain outlets in this area aren't supporting your music like they could be.
Yeah, I really do feel that way, and I'm not talking like people in particular. I'm just saying as being an indie artist, I just feel like at the end of the day, and then, you know, people always say, well, you need to promote yourself more, you need to do this and that. I mean, I am taking the initiatives to promote myself, and by going and doing these records with other artists, like teaming up. Nobody in a million years would thought that me and Ratchet would do a record, but at the end of the day, we made a hit record at that. You know what I'm saying? It ain't nothing. I just feel like everything I do, I hit it on the nail. Like, I don't play around. I got wordplay, delivery, metaphors, punchlines. I'm very versatile. I write all my music, you know, from the singer's part too. Shout out to Ali, because he write majority of his stuff when he do work with me as well, and Monty Ray and other singers that I do work with as well. Shout out to them as well. But I just feel like everything I do and what I'm trying to do, I'm just trying to make it to the peak of my career, not just being an indie artist, but I'm just trying to show the world that I can make music just like the mainstream artists, and I need to be heard just like the rest of them. I ain't trying to take from nobody. I'm just trying to, you know, let my music play here, you know.
No, understandable, 100%. Have you reached out to some of these organizations and outlets like Power 98, Streets
Well,
103?
you know, I was on Power 98. Shout out to Yasmin Young. I was up there when she was at Power 98. I did Future Flavors. That was like 2 years ago. I did that. I actually, you know, 92.7. Shout out to Chewy and them, the Blocks. Shout out to them. They put me on their Instagram. That was love right there. They say we was the hometown heroes. Me and Ali still. You know, I thought there was love too. You know, anybody that want to play me, I'm down with that. And K97.5, they out like Durham and Raleigh area, you know.
Right.
And them, you know, the program director, he saw me try out when I did Apollo, because, you know, I did do Apollo. I meant to mention that. I actually got, you know, I did Apollo and won, you know, the few times that I did go, because it was a competition. But due to my schedule and my shows, you know, I had to take the paid shows over Apollo. You know, Apollo was a big step for me, but, you know, at the end of the day, if you're getting paid to do something, you're going to do what's paying you at the same time.
Exactly, so, over what's not paying you.
Right.
True indeed. I mean, I can definitely relate that the culture is very biased towards certain, you know, looks and certain sounds. Right. So it's hard for somebody who sounds original. Typically, you know, if you are groundbreaking and you are doing something in your first of your kind, you're going to be met with the most resistance. I'm sure if somebody were to bite your style and to do it
but let me ask you a question though. Why is that? Because I feel like if you making that music and you spitting that, you talking that talk, let me say that, like they say in the street, when you talking that talk, why is it that people are being resistant to my sound when I feel like I got a sound that's real current? Like, I feel like the song me and Ratchet made, Sophisticated Love, I feel like it could be towards the hood crowd, the urban crowd, where, you know, they kind of in both of the crowds, but pretty much it could be pop culture, whatever you want to call it. It can be top 40, contemporary music, good old school oldies, because the beat is a sample instrumental. And I just feel like at the end of the day, I don't know, I just feel like I need to be heard. Well, and that was my main purpose of doing this interview today, to let everybody know I do what I gotta do. I'm very business savvy when I do this music. I'm not always saying, oh, you gotta pay me for collabs, this and that, but at the end of the day, I do need to be compensated when it's involved in my craft. And, you know, certain people understand that, and I give a lot of thanks to the people, especially the Blumenthal Performing Arts Theater. I feel like they pay all their artists. They respect the artistry. They understand that the work that we put in, no matter if you're a painter, a rapper, a dancer, a singer, a poet, you know, they pay for everything. And I actually, you know, I did some stuff with them too. I got a commercial that's in Spirit Square as well. When I did my Andy Griffith, he had a memorial painted of him, and I did a poem on him, and I did a commercial with that as well. And, you know, I just been pretty much, you know, just writing music and just trying to figure out what way I'm gonna have my music out. That's what pretty much been having my whole album, you know, not come out so fast, because a lot of people are waiting for the album and they wanted to come. But people do have to understand. I want people